Alright, we're finally back with a full video. All I've done lately is post shorts, and I still want to keep doing those, but I also want to have a sit-down video and talk. But I talked about it in the short yesterday. There's just a mess of stuff going on with Baltimore right now, and it feels really good to be doing this right now because I don't feel so rushed. Obviously, I enjoy making the shorts. I wouldn't keep doing them, but my God, is it hard for me to, like, condense everything down that I want to talk about into 3 minutes max. That's it. That's all I got. I can ramble for 20 minutes if I want to. That being said, there was a lot that happened, and I talked about it before, but I'll talk about it again. And some more stuff that I didn't talk about. So Huntley re-signed to Baltimore. Draymond Jones went to New England. Signed John Simpson. Likely gone. He's at New York. Stout gone at New York. Linderbaum gone at Las Vegas. Keaton Mitchell went to LA Chargers. Kohler at the Chargers. Washington with the Giants. Gilman at Kansas City. That sucks. Crosby trade obviously didn't go through. Ricard at New York. We did sign Trey Hendrickson. Restructured Lamar's contract, which gives them $40 million in cap space, I think. Re-signed Awuzie. Newly signed Jalen Hawkins from New England. Thank God. And I think that is everything for now. So now, for offense, we have Lamar, Henry, Andrews, Flowers. Bateman's still on the team. That's the offense right there. That's the offense. That's literally the entire offense. You don't have anybody else. You got nothing. As far as defense goes, Humphrey, Kyle Hamilton. That's Kyle Hamilton, Awuzie, Hendrickson now, and Roquan Smith. Those are the names that come to mind. So is Baltimore cooked? I mean, yeah, pretty much. Year over year, I've done this before. I've done exactly what I'm doing right now before. I just did it during the regular season. Well, it was postseason after we lost to Buffalo, and my face was a lot fatter. But we're fucked. If you're a Baltimore fan, we're fucked. I will be surprised if we have an over 500 record. I will be genuinely surprised if we have an over 500 record. And the reason I say that is because at face value, you look at the offense and you're like, okay, well, we still got some talent there. Here's what people don't really understand. Some people don't understand. A lot of people do, but some people don't. Ricard being gone and Kohler being gone, that's... You go back and look at the highlights over the last few years of any run plays that were successful. Look at who's blocking. Look at who's blocking. Here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. Here's my thing. Here's my thing. Baltimore doesn't have an above 500 record this year. They don't have an above 500 record. That's not very hard for them to do. That is statistically not hard for them to do. Trade Lamar. I can't believe I'm saying that. Just hold on. I do not say this lightly. I don't say this lightly. I am telling you, I do not take this lightly. This is the real deal right here, by the way. This is not some bullshit jersey. This is the real deal. I could go out on the field with this. I love it. I am a huge Lamar Jackson fan. I'm a huge Ravens fan, bro. But at a certain point, it's like, maybe, just maybe, Lamar just doesn't belong in Baltimore. Maybe. I'm just introducing the consideration of it. And I have been somebody who has argued with so many people, so many times about the fact that Lamar has saved the Baltimore Ravens. And he has. He truly has. Here's the problem. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve the money that he gets. I want him to be the highest paid player in the NFL. Again. But we just don't have that much money here. And if we have him, we can't get much else. Now granted, restructuring his contract does free up a lot of space. It does. But we still don't have a pass rush. We still lack so much on defense. We don't have a center. We don't have a fucking center. What good is a good quarterback, an amazing quarterback, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, if he's not getting protected? Anybody that's a true Baltimore fan saw what Falele did this year. I don't know what happened. I have no idea what happened this year. I truly don't. But it is no shocker that Lamar was injured for like the entire season. It doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. And while I'm not worried about the AFC North, I still think we have a very good shot at winning the division. The issue I have with that is that doesn't say much because the AFC North is now trash. Yeah, Cincinnati has Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, but that's it. Like, they are going into the season on thoughts and prayers. They face the same issue, just worse, that Baltimore does with no offensive line. Cleveland has Myles Garrett. And only Myles Garrett. And Pittsburgh, I gotta tell you, man, I don't even know what the fuck Pittsburgh. They got TJ Watt, and I think that's it. Now, when you go outside of the AFC North, teams, bro, Kansas City's probably gonna be a threat again next year. Buffalo is Buffalo. They have always been kryptonite to us. second to Kansas City. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Okay, looking at this, we should have a pretty good shot. I may have over-exaggerated a little bit, but anything's possible. So, of course, face Cincinnati, Cleveland, and Pittsburgh twice. Doesn't matter how good or bad each of those teams are, if we're in the worst position ever, or Cleveland, Pittsburgh, or Cincinnati are in the worst position ever, it's always literally a coin flip of who's going to win those games. It's a divisional game. Jacksonville, I will go ahead and chalk that up as a loss based off this past year. Tennessee, if we don't beat them, then that's a fucking problem. New Orleans, if we don't beat them, that's a fucking problem. Tampa Bay could be actually a really good game. Los Angeles is another. Chargers is another good game. We can get some fucking defense. Atlanta should be a win. Indianapolis, based off this past year, that's a loss. Houston, that's a loss. Carolina, that should ideally be a win, but God knows. Buffalo, we're getting wiped out that game. And Dallas, that should be a win. So, like, just kind of skimming through there, I would hope that there's a good chance. I would hope that there's a high chance of a winning season, but it's very, very, very difficult for me to have faith right now. It's gotten harder and harder and harder every single year. And we gotta wait until it gets closer. I cannot believe, like, looking back on last year when the season was about to start, Baltimore was, I don't think they were #1, but they were a super high Super Bowl contender, which is crazy to think about because we started out the season, what, 1-5? Yeah, I think the worst that it got was 1-5. I don't know what the fuck Cooper Rush was doing on our team. I don't know why he was starting over Tyler Huntley. There was no reason for that. That actually, I am still convinced that we could have won 3 more games than we did and not even had to worry about that final game at Pittsburgh had we just started Huntley, because Cooper Rush, I understand that he might have been good on other teams, but bro, he fucking sucked with us and he did not mesh well with us. That's me hating right there. It's not even me hating. Like, statistically, he legitimately was a liability. Huntley's been with us for God knows how long, and he plays like Lamar. He scrambles. I'm not saying that he's as crazy and as athletic as him, but bro, Huntley fucking went out and beat Green Bay. In Green Bay. That is not an easy task. And I don't want to hear anything about Green Bay was out there starting quarterback because we were out ours. And my brother in Christ, he did not play a secondary game that game. He had like over 300 yards. And I forget how many touchdown passes. That was not, he did not play like a backup. He did not play like a backup at all. Neither did Huntley. It was a good ass game. And then you're expecting to go and beat New England when you're winning in the first half and Henry's running all over the defense. But then for some reason our coordinator and our head coach are like, you know what, fuck it, bring him out. I think Henry that game had like 2 or 3 carries in the second half. So that's like partially why, Harbaugh was fired. And Monken was going to get fired had he not signed with Cleveland. Because it's like, we're just doing stupid shit for the sake of being stupid at that point. Now enough about that. I've been sucked back into Clash. Now, ever since the last time I played Clash on my channel, it was like months ago. And now, as you can see, I'm at 7,000 trophies. I actually just arenaed up yesterday because I was ripping 2v2s for like a solid month and a half or 2. I just stopped playing Trophy Road because it was making me rage so much. But then I was kind of getting sick of 2v2 and I wanted to get back to 1v1 and I was like, well, I want to get some trophies, so let's like actually get competitive with this again. I'm rocking with this deck. I call this the I'm a disappointment to my parents deck, and I'm having some trouble with it now that I've gotten to the next arena. With 6,000 trophies, this was like, it was pretty good. It was pretty viable. Started out the game and, well, I'm gonna play. I already know I'm gonna play, so let me just get into it. But generally, it's just, of course, we gotta throw the emote out there. Now, this is a problem, because normally I have goblins first. And just throw those. I'm gonna play a couple, so even if I lose this, I mean, I'm gonna be disappointed, but it is what it is. I just recently got Archer Queen 2. That was bad Barb's Barrel, but that's okay. Got no choice but to drop Mega Knight here. Smart. Okay, now Elixir Golems can either win me the game or lose me the game. And it's really hard to tell right now. Because obviously you get Elixir whenever you kill them, so it gives you an elixir advantage generally, and that could be tower. That's tower. That's definitely tower. See ya. Okay. Yep, there you go. Alright, so Barb's Barrel. Boom. And then another Elixir Golem, so I'm just gonna go ahead and drop Evo Mega Knight. Take this out. Evo Witch. Start pushing the other side. He's got Evo Witch too. I gotta get back to Mega Knight because whenever they drop Witch, I understand that it's probably like, it's stupid, but what has worked for me is just dropping Mega Knight right on the Witch 100% of the time. That's never failed me. But this game is in fact over. Should be. Gotta get that taken care of though. That will take my tower in an instant. Yeah, see, it does, they do so much damage, Elixir Golem. I can't talk and play this at the same time either. This is not like Call of Duty. I gotta like lock in when I play this. I just kind of like randomly dropping shit right now. Yeah, that's game. So that's why that, I mean, the deck, to me, it really, it's, if somebody has a hard counter to, like, even two of those cards, then that's it. It's inevitable. I'm gonna lose, but most of the time, people are not doing that. And most people that I'm facing right now, in their decks, they have Witch and they have Mega Knight in there. I'm not sure. Oh, sweet. More hero fragments. Oh no, it's a hero card. Oh, I did switch when I got to this arena. I switched out from Hero Knight to Archer Queen. For whatever reason, Knight just sucked in this arena. But most people are rocking Evo Mega Knight and Evo Witch. But as long as they don't have any air defense when they drop that Mega Knight down, Bats alone will take it. Like Bats and Dark Goblin, boom, gone. But I've been pretty dialed lately as far as Clash goes. Alright, I'm gonna move up. Activate King. One. That's King Tower. Boom. No way that's Tower. No way! Let's go. See, that's where Archer Queen beats Knight, because that P.E.K.K.A. still would have been alive had I been using Knight. And now he doesn't have Elixir, so... Shit, I just rolled that wrong, that's fine. Fuck it, I'm dropping Mega Knight. That just saved his tower right there. Maybe. No, it didn't. He's gonna be going for right side. He's gonna drop a Mega Knight right on that, 100%, so let's just go ahead and get ahead of that. No! Alright, there it is. That's what I was waiting on. I want to keep this witch alive. Oh, I thought that goblin barrel was headed for my tower. Ideally, that should be game. Nothing, no way you can defend. Yeah, that's it. See? Easy as that. As long as you know how to use the cards right, it's not the worst thing ever. I feel like I've gotten better at Clash over time, because anytime I play it around any of my friends, I just get shit on. God forbid, dude, I downloaded the game less than a year ago, okay? These people have been playing it since, like, middle school. Obviously, I don't stand a chance. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this video. I said I was gonna make a full fleshed out sit down video talking about Baltimore. I got a little bit off track there, but that's okay. That's just what happens. But yeah, like I said, that's all I got for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you guys made it all the way to the end, remember, drop a like, and if you're new or subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.